if there are people that you like to avoid, are the people that we try to run away from, are the people that I'm going to talk about today. And whether this is the last video in our series on the kind of people that you're going to meet along your journey. So for these particular people, these are people who hold us accountable. These are people who see in us what we cannot see in ourselves. These are the people who God set them up in our lives to help us grow or to challenge us to grow.
Might take that journey inside.
Growth rarely comes from comfort. You have to be uncomfortable to grow. And I think I talked about it in one of the other videos. I mentioned this exact point. You have to get out of your comfort zone if you are looking for growth. Hakuna njia ingine, bro. Situations, people, or players who make you uncomfortable are, in most cases, the same people who will challenge you to grow. These are the same people who will help you rise up or take steps on the staircase of your own growth to the next level. The coach who tells you, rudia, again, umekosea kidogo hapo, adjust. You know, the teammate who pressures you on defense, mkiwa pale practice, he locks you down. Na anakuchallenge, and you'll only see that as a challenge to grow if you have the right mindset. If not, you give up, ama you start complaining, ama you go to a place where you won't get that challenge. But you must love challenge. You must love these people who are out there to help you grow. And let me tell you, venye nimesema tu tena, you cannot grow in your comfort zone. You have to get out of your comfort zone, because this is what you have to understand, manzi. In your reality, the greatest enemy of growth is not failure, is comfort. So hawa sio kuja kwa maisha yako, wanataka kukutoa kwa comfort zone. And even if you go to the Bible, hii ndio kitu inasema. In the book of Proverbs chapter 27 verse 17, it says, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Now think about that image. Iron doesn't come sharp without friction. There is resistance, there is pressure, and there is contact. But that exact process is what makes it effective. And funny thing, it is the same thing in basketball. God will send people in your life who are other irons. And when you guys have some friction or some pressure, unajua some contact around you, hapo ndio una grow. Hapo ndio una become sharp. Unaona? So embrace these people who show up in your life, Jama, to challenge you to grow. And just as an example, I remember when I was in high school, haikuwa rahisi, man. I even repeated, and it got to a point where my mom was like, hey, Jama, hii basketball na kama inafanya, you're not able to perform well in school. So what should you do? Should you leave basketball? You know, and then he told me something that changed my life completely at that moment. He was like, you claim that you want a basketball scholarship, you know, because you struggled in high school, you've been called names, you know, you've been told that you're stupid, you're useless, which I don't believe that you are. You're very smart. I mean, you were able to change basketball in a high school that basketball was not supported, basketball program where guys were there drinking and doing drugs. We had cases around, a thief, a basketball player. Somebody who went over the fence, a basketball player, you know, and able to change that image. You want to tell me you're not smart? You're very smart. You're very smart. You've not just decided to focus on school. You told me if you can just take 10% of your energy, how you focus on basketball, and put it in your studies, you're going to perform well. And my question to you is very simple. Number one, what will I tell people when you come out of school, when they ask me, what did your son get? Number two, will you get a scholarship? Will the results that you come out of high school with allow you to get a scholarship that you're looking for? And because of that, I was challenged to grow. I was challenged to go back to school and study. And let me tell you guys, German in the summer. And then I realized, I can actually understand these things. But I studied, got a B-, you know, and that was just part of the story. The real transformation happened after high school. Because once that thing came into my mind, like, yeah, Jama, I can read, understand, and even apply what I'm reading, man, after high school. And then my dad made a mistake and bought me a laptop. I was reading PDFs. Tulikuwa tunazitanga sasa ebooks. Ilikuwa like a big thing. Like uko na ebook, it was like a big thing. Unajua nilikuwa na ebooks kwa hii CD. Unajua, so I read ebooks. I was reading everything I could lay my hands on or even my eyes on because I wanted to gain knowledge and because my mindset had changed. From ule jamaa who will never amount to anything, who never understands, who fails in school, to somebody who is clever, somebody who actually can consume information, understand it and apply it peke yake bila hata kugaidiwa. And because of that, I was able to grow because of what my mom saw in me. My mom challenged me to grow. Unaona? And let me tell you, you're going to get such people in your life. You have to identify them. Jama. Even in your basketball, you're going to get such teammates. You're going to get such coaches. You're going to be in such programs where manze ni aje, hivi ndio vitu zinafanywa bro. Anza kuzoea kufuata routine. Anza kuzoea kufuata a structure. You know, au kuji tu hapa na unafanya tunataka juu ulikuwa sijui star wapi. No, here there's a way we do things. You either do them the way we do them or not. Wende nje. So at times it will be like, jamani kazia maisha. No. It's challenging you to know the importance of having a structure. Even God blesses a structure, a plan. Na tunaambiwa write your vision down. Ndio ione hata akisema sasa tucheze na hii plan yako sasa. Now I want to build a competency in you to help you achieve this dream. Unaona, because saa zingine pia kuna vitu tunataka sana, but number one, you have to build competency around it. So pia, by the way, by me making these videos, I'm trying to make you see that you should choose your friends wisely. And at times you have to understand there's some friends who are there for a season, bro. They're there for a season. After a while, one end, and you have to accept that and you have to be okay with that. You must have people in your life, in your game, that help you grow, that challenge you to grow. Usikwe na yes men too. You must have people who challenge you to grow. People will hold you accountable. Na watu wakiamua kuhold accountable, especially if they see something in you that you don't see, Buddha. Kuwa ready, kutakuwa na pressure. But at the end of it all, you'll appreciate them. So now, when you bring it back to basketball, here's what you have to understand. Competition is not your enemy. Comparison is. Healthy competition pushes you to improve. It forces you to prepare better, to work harder, to become more disciplined, and to stay humble. Because the right people don't compete with you to destroy you. They compete with you to challenge you to grow. Another thing before we finish the episode, also be the same for somebody else. Challenge other people to grow. See, ukishaona kitu kwa mtu wenye unajua, jamaa anaweza kuwa mpoa kwa hii stuff. Challenge them to grow. In whatever area of your life, challenge them to grow. Hivyo ndo tunajengana kwa hii dunia. We are here, manze, we have to develop each other. Now I'm making this video. Mimi aliniambia kitu kaa hii, but because I read it somewhere, because I was able not to think back in my life and appreciate these people, now I'm sharing with you. Now if you're able to understand it at a young age, imagine utakuwa happy by the time unafika age yetu. You'll be far. You look at basketball and life in a totally different way. And you'll appreciate everybody who wants the best for you. Unasikia? Yeah, so I hope this series imekuwa fine. Kama ujaona hizo zingine manze, enda tu kwa playlist ya Hoop Diaries on YouTube. You'll get them there. And hopefully, you'll be able to apply these things in your life. It's your boy, Collins Odhiambo. Be a hoop after God's heart and remember to subscribe. Sasa, tuonane jamaa. Peace.
Lights, goals in the fog. Every episode a gem. Welcome to the Lord on Hoop Diaries. Yeah, it's more than a score. It's heart, it's hustle, it's fruit at the core. So press play, lean back, let the moment ride. It's Hollins on the mic. Take that journey inside.